Oh yeah! What's up, everybody? My peeps! How's it going, you sexy sons of bitches? Peter fucking Joseph here for video number 2 on your 2 for Tuesday, February the 27th, 2024. Thank you so much for watching my video right here on the Peter fucking Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Once again, make sure you like the video and hit that subscribe button down there inside of my goddamn pants. Otherwise known as the description marks below. So show your love and support to this channel and my other channels as well. Share the video all over the goddamn internet. Follow me on social media if you dare. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You gotta be real. If you're not, just like on here, you will be gone, and you can pretty much kiss my sexy Italian ass. And go fuck yourselves at the same time. Well, just go fuck yourselves. But in any case, if you're real, stay here. And that rhymes. If you're real, then leave a comment down below. Follow me on social media. And subscribe to my channels. Also, don't forget to hit that goddamn motherfucking bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you do, well, that's just too bad for you. Because you're SOL and you know what that means. And it is what it is. Alright, so you got all that. So, do it now, Winswin. Do it now! And we move on. And once again, if this is your first time watching, you're just floating around YouTube at whatever time you're watching, you see my gorgeous, sexy motherfucking face, because I look good. I look way better than anybody else on this website. Well, except for some of the ladies. How you doing, ladies? But I digress. Anyway. But if you're new here, welcome to the channel, or channels, or whatever you're watching, what channel you're watching. Well, welcome to the party, pal! We hope you enjoy the ride. And if you like it, good. Hit that like button. If you don't, go fuck yourself and get out of here. And that's it. I aim to please, and I hopefully I at least entertain you the best way I can. And if not, then go on somebody else's channel and just go on somebody else's channel then. It is what it is. But you're gonna watch anyway, because you love me. And I love you too, man. I love you, man. But it is what it is. I love your girlfriends and your mom too. But I digress on that. But thanks for watching. Keep watching, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully I made an impact on your day. And if not, well, at least I tried. And we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, enough about that. Boo, funky! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching on video number 2 right here on the Peter fucking Joseph channel on this late February the 27th, 2024. Or if you're watching from somewhere else, it is now what would have been the final day of February. As we all know, February is the shortest month of the year, 28 days. But this year is a leap year, and we got that extra day, which will be Thursday. And then the next leap year, we got 2028. Pretty much every presidential election year usually is a leap year. So yeah, the next leap year will be in 2028 because it's every 4 years, like the president. And that's that. Speaking of the president, not idiot Joe Biden. You know, he was on Seth Meyers, I think, last night. Or who cares? I don't watch it. No, but yeah, he was there acting like a dumbass as usual. But the man who's going to replace that piece of shit, and that's Donald Trump. Donald Trump won another primary, won Michigan, smacked that state around, told who's boss, getting close. We're 8 months away, my friends. Got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. But slow and steady wins the race. And hopefully, by the grace of Almighty God, change will be coming. We'll get rid of Sleepy Joe. We'll get rid of his bitch, Kamala Harris, and pretty much everybody else in that White House. And then we'll bring back the man! No, not Becky Lynch, but the man. Donald Trump. It's gonna be huge. Oh, sadly, well, we don't even know who's vice president is gonna be yet. But signs point to Tim Scott. I like it to be DeSantis, but because if DeSantis is with Trump, gonna be good things. Good things. Hopefully get rid of most of Congress can get rid of because they're idiots in there. You know why? But it is what it is. They can't even freaking agree on a simple fucking bill. All they care about is like, oh, let's give money to Ukraine. Let's give money to Israel. We have enough money. Yeah. You have so much money to give to those countries, and we shouldn't even be giving them money. All the Western countries should be giving them money. Do they? No. Like, we don't care. We're in NATO, but we don't care. It's just the most powerful country in the world. Just give out the money. And not care about the people in America that are going through a lot of shit right now. Especially those low-income families that might lose the internet pretty soon. That's not good. By May, you're going to be paying a lot for your muffler. I mean, your internet. If they don't sign that extension, pretty much you thought you were paying $30 for your internet. Now you're paying $60 or more. It is what it is. But fortunately, I don't have that problem. I pay a good price for my cable and internet. I don't even have to be on that any program or anything like that. I just got deals, that's why. Because it pays to have a lot of money. But it is what it is. I got the rich man's dish. I get 200 fucking channels for a reasonable price. Locked in for 2 years. And my internet, like I said, pretty good speed, pretty good price, with a couple of discounts locked in. Because I'm a loyal customer, because so it is what it is. Long-time customers get loyalty discounts. Not that I need them, but it's good to have them. That's that. I actually got the rich man's dish actually offered me a new box. Because I have the original box I got a long time ago, like a couple years ago. But now they want me to upgrade. I'm like, okay, I'll upgrade. No cost to me. But yeah, I gotta install it. That costs money. I can't do it. I don't even think I can do it myself. If I looked it up on YouTube, but it's gonna take me a while, so I might have to get in touch with the good old people of Dish and see if how much I can get a guy. I got a guy to maybe come down and hook up the new box. Problem is, I lose all my DVR stuff. I have to reprogram everything, which is fucking annoying. It really is, but the new box actually comes with a lot of good stuff. Stuff that I really don't need, but I get Amazon and freaking Hulu on the dish instead of the PS5. Still gotta, program it and everything. So it's like, what's the point? Netflix is on, is on the box too. Do I need it? No. I don't watch Netflix anymore, really. It's too much money. Not that much money, I'm just saying, but it's like $15, $17 a month, which is crazy. But every other thing I get is pretty much on the PS5. Paramount, Disney Plus, Hulu. Oh, I said Hulu. Max, Discovery Plus. ESPN. The streaming services. Most of them I get for free. The only thing I actually pay for, I have that I do pay for, but it's partly with, who? It's Disney Plus. Amazon and Hulu were bundled, so. Of course, I got the PS5 because it's bundled. but yeah, it is what it is, and I'm pretty well for myself. Financially, financially, I'm pretty good. Not the greatest, but still, I can pay my bills. I can pay, I can pay my bills, pay my phone, pay for what I need, food, and whatever I need. Because I got a job. Some of you don't. And no, I don't work from home that much anymore. Because my schedule changed, and now I work partly from home and part at the studio. I was at the studio today, so I don't have to go back. I gotta go back on Friday, but I'm gonna do some editing, which I could do here, but some of the stuff I have to go to the studio for, And plus, I'm doing a jam, so I'm gonna play the electric twanger. I gotta tune the guitars. I gotta run the board. It's just, annoying. 1 week I'm doing the board. 1 week I'm tuning the guitars. Jamming here and there with the bands and everything. And then I do photography too on the side. But I haven't done it lately. The last time I did it was November, actually. But I'm gonna be doing that. By the time the summer comes, there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming. Money to be made, my friends. Money to be made. So, be jealous that I have a great job and you don't. And if you do, you don't focus on it. I focus on my job. I don't care about garbage drama on YouTube. Because it's just worthless to go back and forth with worthless fucks on YouTube that think they're great. They're not. They think they can scare you with whatever they think they say. They're like, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass. Like, no, you're not. You want to ruin your life so bad? Stay in your lane and shut up. And stay in your fucking state, too. But guys think they're tough guys. I'm 24 years old, I can kick your ass. I'm like, no, you can't. No, you can't. It's just words. I don't take anything people say seriously. But if you want to ruin your life so bad, I mean, it is what it is when you get locked up in a slammer for stupidity over just petty fucking bullshit. Because you don't agree with my opinion. Oh, too bad. You don't like somebody? Then don't watch the fucking channel. But these people are so fucking obsessed. For 4, 5, 6, 7 years. I mean, move the fuck on. Who cares what... Why do you care so much about what somebody else does? And then try to ruin their life. I mean, it's just stupid. You want to put these people in jail and just ruin their lives and ruin friendships and relationships. It's just pathetic. And then when it happens to those people, they cry wolf. Oh! What would happen if the shoe was on the other foot and you were getting victimized by douchebags online? You wouldn't like it, right? So, turnabout's fair play. Do I do any of that? No. I don't need to. I will defend myself here and there, but really I don't need to. Because it's just like wasting my time with a bunch of immature little babies who think they're men, but they're not. They're little boys that need their rattle. Some need a good good slap in the face every once in a while by their parents. Because they're dumb. I may be 47, but I'm a mature 47. I know, I may act wacky and say a lot of off-the-wall things, but that's just my nature, and if you don't, like I said, if you don't like what I have to say, then don't watch me. I try to bring entertainment, satire. You don't have to believe what I say half the time, and I personally don't care. And I don't care what you think either. I don't care about certain people's opinions. You know why? Because my opinion matters way more than yours. That's a fact. There's no cap on that. The only people's opinions that matter is myself, the missus from time to time, my family, some of my close friends. Other than that, my opinion pretty much matters. Depending on the person. Like I said, sometimes I have an argument with Issa every once in a while, Am I gonna bash her? No. It was like, alright. We argue about, she's going to WrestleMania. So I go, hey, why don't you just stop at Geno's for a cheesesteak? No, I don't like Geno's. We like Pat's. We like Pat's here. Stop it. I'm like, okay, go to Pat's. I'm just saying, Geno's is better. That's just my opinion. I think Philadelphia's a shithole. That's my opinion. Same thing for other places in America. I have a lot of opinions on wrestling. You may not like my opinion, but you're gonna acknowledge it like you acknowledge Roman. But you acknowledge me too. But it is what it is. I really wish we can just agree to disagree, but some people can't do that. Because they think they're great. They're big and bad. They think they can scare people. And in reality, you're just another person. You're just a jealous fucking bitch. But you think you're great and all, you think you're tough. In reality, you're not. So, I don't take what you say seriously, and I don't really give a shit. But like I said, if you want to ruin your life so bad over petty YouTube drama, then by all means, be my guest. But when you end up in a slammer, or even worse, don't come crying. Don't come crying. I dealt with it for too long. I defended myself for way too long about the same fucking shit. That people just keep thinking that I am, but I'm not. Because I have no proof of it. And when they do have proof, it's pretty much slander. It's all slander. Just taking things out of context from basically 12 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And just taking it and spinning it into their own fucking narrative. When they have no facts. They say they have this and that, they don't have shit. And when you ask for proof, they don't show it. Oh, we're going to show this to this person. No, you're not, because there's no proof. There's no proof. I'm still here, so. But I just think that's a bitch move. It's a bitch move. Showing people false information. We're not, having that person come to the source. It's like, oh, this true? I was like, I saw this. Is this true? No. None of that's true. Because if there was true, then I would be on a sex registry or whatever it may be, whatever the issue is. I would have been charged. I would have been this and that. But am I? No, because I have a clean record. So, whatever these people say, don't believe them. Whether they show real proof or not. Most of the time it's fake, because that's what they are. Fake. And they always will be fake. Because the only real person in this situation, me. And a whole bunch of other people on this website. There's a lot of fake ass motherfuckers. They think they are so fucking great. And not. Because they have dead fucking channels. And then they make 6,000 fucking fake accounts. It's just ridiculous. It just shows you they have no fucking life. And they have no direction in their life. And then when they get basically demolished in a video, in a comment, or whatever it may be, then they look fucking stupid. But it is what it is. That's pretty much it. But like I said, and I'll say this for the final time, if you don't like me, don't watch me, block me. But people have such a problem blocking me. Just keep going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. It's just ridiculous going 4, 5, 6 years with the same fucking obsession. Move on to somebody else or just move on, period. But some people just don't learn. And then when they do learn, it's just too late. When they want to move on, it's too late. Because they wasted so much fucking time. Would it be 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years on the same fucking person? And they do videos on the same person. It's just ridiculous. Nobody wants to see that for 10 fucking years. And then they bring up people that I feuded with, and I didn't do videos for every day for 10 years. 500, you did 500 videos on Sean's for Entertainment. No, I didn't. I just did videos calling him out on the bullshit he did. But I never had an obsession with the guy. I hated the guy, yeah, I hated him with a passion. I think a lot of people did. But sooner or later you gotta just move on. But certain times you have to call him out, sometimes you don't have to, and it's not needed. But, it is what it is. But as far as me and Sean go, we went our separate ways, and I'm pretty happy with that. He's still wacky, and he still does his clickbaiting crap, but do I care? No, because it's just what he's gonna do for the rest of his life. He's got nothing else to do with his time. He wants to make YouTube his job, then by all means let him do it. 130, I don't even know how many subs he has. I know they're all fake, but 130, 140,000 subscribers, over a million views, or I don't know. I think he said he had I think he said he had like he got over 1 million views now. Well, that's nice and all, but most of that's due to clickbaiting and some of the videos he's done in the past. Do I care how many views I get on my videos? No. I may have been on this website for going on 15 years now. I don't care. I do not care about YouTube. I just do this for fun, as a hobby. I never came on YouTube to be popular or I got a ton of subs. It's nice to have 1,200 plus subs on this on my Killer Demons channel. nice to have 500 plus subs on this channel. I'm close to 500 on my rant channel. You know, nearing 700 on my Metal Guy channel, and, you know, sadly I had to give up my, my Shadow Slayer original channel, which I can't get into, so I just said, you know what, scrap it. Start over, you know. And even if it's stuck at 11 subs, I don't really give a shit. These people are gonna watch me, and if they want to sub to me, that's great. Even you dumbass fuck trolls, that's all you can do. You just, you sub to me with your fake channels, I block you, and then that's it. You still watch, and then, you know, you try to critique my videos, and it's boring. It's boring half the time. It's just like the same old shit same old song and dance I've heard for close to 15 years. I know I never said I was the greatest person in the world. You know, I never came out to have 6 million subs or whatever, 6 million views. You know, be like Sexy Phil or PewDiePie, you know, or anybody like that. I never set out to be like them. I set out to be myself. And that's pretty much it. I know I had early success early on. My first major channel, my Human Killer 99 channel, before it got royally terminated way back in 2010-11, 500 subs. I was gaining a lot of subs, gaining a lot of views, and people were talking positive about me. Mostly it was negative, but it was like half and half. Also, no DQ, not once, but twice. You know? And I was on panels with some former legends, like Jeff the Iceman, you know, that guy from Canada, you know, the wrestling Jesus. Oh, right, you understand. You know? Some good, honest people, you know, some of them, you know, flaked out here and there, but, and then some of them just turned out to be fake. But through 15 years, you know, I've seen it all. I had good friends, some of them were great friends, and then, you know, shit happened, and then either they leave YouTube, or they just, you know, things happen and they don't want to be my friends anymore. Because of stupid bullshit that they got brainwashed over. You know? And even if they got caught in the crossfire, yeah, that's mostly me to blame, because I brought the drama that I had into their chats and their live streams and shit. So that's on me, and I really atone for all that shit. But I mean, I hope those people do well. Well, some of them, not all of them, but I mean, I don't care what some of them do in their personal life and in the future, but the people that I still respect, I hope they have continued success in their life and even here on YouTube. I mean, they're gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep going. The train doesn't stop for anything or anyone. So, but if you think you're better than me, you're not. You're clearly not. I don't care who you are. If Joe Cronin says that he's better than me, I mean, I respect Joe. That's Joe's opinion. I'm not going to argue with him about it. JD, I don't give a fuck. JD's a bitch. And his subs are bitches too. Sean's for Entertainment, I hated him back in the day. And pretty much now, I mean, I don't hate him and that much anymore. But it's better that Splitsville. He goes his way, I go my way. He gets up to 150,000 subs, great for him. 200,000, great. I don't care. If I get this channel up to 1,300, well, this channel up to 600, 750, 1,000 subs, in the next 5 years, that's great and all, but it doesn't really put money in my pocket, because I don't want money from YouTube or Google. I have my own job. I worry about the job. I don't worry about YouTube. And I know I met some great people on this website, Jeff the Iceman and Heel Steven and everybody under the sun, basically. You know? And now I got a good circle of friends now that, you know, they understand my situation with my mental health. Not so great. My physical health, not so great, but they support me. And even if I'm having a shitty day, you know, they talk to me in private. Well, if I see them in a live chat, it's like, hey, Pete, what's going on? How you doing? You know, I say, I'm doing good. You're having a good day? I'm having a good day. Hope you're having a good day, too. If I'm having a bad day, I was like, could be better, you know. And sometimes if I have to explain that, you know, something happened, I'm not playing the poor me card, like people think I'm playing the pity card, or, you know, the victim card, or whatever card you think I'm playing. I'm not playing cards. I'm not asking for pity. I'm not asking for attention. I'm not asking for friendships either. I just go on these panels to clear my mind and watch some wrestling and talk wrestling or whatever the topic is. I just have a great support system, and I like it. So, and if I'm going on a channel that, you know, the person is very attractive or whoever. I mean, if it's a woman, I don't simp. I mean, if I'm a simp, then everybody else in the chat that gives her compliments gives the woman compliments, then they're simps too. So you kind of being hypocritical with that. But if I'm a simp, I don't give a shit. At least I show respect to the person that's doing the live stream. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be Joe, it could be Heel Steven, it could be Issa. I don't care. I show respect in the chat. And I used to go back and forth with people in the chats back in the day, but nowadays I don't even give a shit. You're just gonna get noticed and you're gonna get blocked. And I'm just gonna ignore you. Because I don't have time to go back and forth in somebody's chat, and then I get scolded for basically defending myself when I don't have to. It's just ridiculous that these people do that shit. Just because you don't like them, you have to go after other people because you can't do it one-on-one. And you hide behind fake fucking accounts. You can't do videos. You have a dead channel of 2 subs and no videos, and you hide behind the computer screen because you can't show your goddamn ugly fucking face. You know why? Because you're a flapper and you're chicken. Chicken to show your ugly mug. See, I show my face so people can get to know me, whether they like me or not. I'm not the greatest looking person in the world, but I can still get the ladies. I got Rosa for 15 years, basically close to 15 years now. And it is what it is. Doesn't matter how great I look or how great she looks. But people gonna make their assumptions and their snide remarks, and do we care? No. We don't care. We do not care. But the one thing I will say is keep my name and other people's names out your mouth. Because pretty much nowadays we don't give a shit. And that's it. Alright, I talked for 35 minutes. And if it, I don't care if it gets clipped. I don't really give a shit. Like, oh, Peter sounded like a hypocrite. This and that. It's just the same old shit from Peter. Blah, blah, blah. He's never gonna move on. Blah, blah, blah. Well, you're a hypocrite for saying that because you'll never move on from me either. You can have a hatred for me for 15 years, but the thing is, I'm gonna make you sick to your stomach. And make you wish you didn't come to my channel. And into my life. Like I always say, I'm the nightmare come true. And I've been a nightmare to a lot of people. And they don't like it, that's too fucking bad. Their fault they came on my channel. When they could just do the simple fucking thing, block, move on. But they don't want to do it, so when I show them the real truth, they play the victim card, and they act like a bunch of fucking bitches. So, it is what it is. Alright, I'm done talking about realism and being real on YouTube and in real life. And you can't do that simple thing in your life and on YouTube, then you don't even need to be on YouTube, and you need to get a life. And that's it. Alright, moving on. Alright, check out my first video of the night over on my Kill the Demons channel, my Monday night review from last night, and that's pretty much it. Alright, on this late Tuesday night, February the 27th, 2024, or, like I said, if you're watching from another time zone, or you're watching tomorrow, whenever you're watching this, it's February the 28th, 2024. Thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Peter Joseph. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, or whatever the fuck I want to talk about, or rant about. And nobody can outrant me. And that's a goddamn fact. I don't have to prove it, it's just a simple fact. When people think they can outrant me, I like to see proof. But if it's just gonna be same old bullshit with insults and no facts, no proof, no nothing, then I am not gonna entertain it. I'm just gonna watch, laugh, move on, and repeat. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and thanks for doing your job, and that is, acknowledge me! And us, the Purge, and the Prophecy. The greatest thing since sliced fucking bread. And it's real as can come. And I already proved that it's real on my rant channel, so. Thank you, have a nice day, go fuck yourself. And that's it. Alright, on video number 2, on the Peter fucking Joseph channel, it is time for your late night, well, not late night, but it's late night NXT review for December the 27th, excuse me, not December, sorry, February the 27th, long night, February the 27th, 2024, and that's that. So, as always, NXT is emanating from the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. And as always, our commentary team of the man with the creepy jacket and some candy, that's Vic Joseph, and the man that sits next to him every Tuesday night. He's back from his operation, and now he's recovering, and that man is Booker T, sucker! So Booker T is back. And that's good. We had to deal with 2 boring weeks of Byron Saxton. Blech. So get that taste out of our mouths. And we just move on. And that's that. Alright, so NXT tonight, the go-home show before next week's Roadblock event. As we make a little pit stop before we get back on the road to stand and deliver. Ooh, the Yes Boys would say. So, we got that. Alright, tonight's show is pretty good. Highlighted by the Russian Dragon, the Tsar, the NXT World Heavyweight Champion, Ilya Dragunov, going face to face with the number one contender to his belt, and that is the man who shoots and, well, misses on occasions, and that man is him, and that's called Melo Hayes. So they're gonna have a face-off before their match next. Might be a stand and deliver, but was supposed to be next week, but we'll get to that in a little bit. And that's that. And then we have some other stuff going on, but we'll get into that right now. Alright, so we start off NXT with the signature. We're off and running. We are live from the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. And we start off with the champ, Ilya Dragunov, the Russian Dragon, the Tsar of NXT. Comes right to the ring with a purpose. And only has to say one thing. Carmelo Hayes, get your ass out here now. So, on cue, Carmelo comes out with like 8 security guards. Hey, they doubled. They doubled up. They went from 4 to 8. Next thing you know, they'll have a whole squad. Somebody must have been listening to me. Right, Shawn Michaels? Now, if Hunter and Tony Khan can do that, then I did my job. But thank you, Shawn Michaels, you great man, you. You still feel Jannetty. You didn't need Jannetty, right? Right, Shawn? You didn't need Jannetty. He didn't need Jannetty. Jannetty tried to jump out the window to escape. You see that? Are you blind? So, see what happens with. Let's see what happens with that, and we'll move on. Alright, so Carmelo comes out with like 8 security guards. They stand right at ringside and says, I'm not getting in the ring with you until there's a contract signed for the title match between me and you. And Melo's like, I'll give you to the end of the night to get a contract to me. I mean, if you do, I'll sign it. So why can't we just get a contract signing at the end of the show? We had to jump through hoops the whole night? Come on. That's that. Alright, so I gave that first segment 3 out of 5 stars, and we're off and running on NXT. Alright, then we go to, a segment from earlier in the day. We have the beautiful Ava Raine, that's Simone Johnson, Dwayne's daughter. Lucky you. Anyway, she's walking somewhere in the Capitol Wrestling Center. She runs up to Gigi Dolan, the vivacious, hot Gigi Dolan, who asks her to talk about her future. Then they go into, look like her office, and then they run into Jada Parker, who wants her own version of her future in NXT. So they bicker back and forth, and Ava's like, "Shut up! Shut up!" Like, well, that guy used to say. So Ava makes a match between both of them for later on in the night. So there you go. You knew that was going to come. And that's it. Alright, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we get to our first official match of the night. We start off with the ladies. And that's always a good thing. We start off with booty! And we get a lot of booty tonight. And no, you don't have to eat your bootios. But if you do eat, make sure you do eat your bootios. Because if you don't eat your bootios, then you're booty. Like the New Day would say. Make sure you eat your bootios so you don't turn into booty or whatever. Anyway, alright, so first match of the night, Kaylani Jordan, the resident gymnast, taking on the accountant, the vivacious, so fucking hot Kiana James, with her insurance policy, if you will, Izzy Dame. Wasn't a great match. Kaylani takes it right to Kiana at the start, sends her to the floor, and she goes for a dive, but Izzy Dame's like, no, no, no! So Kiana's like, okay, that's fine. Then she hits a moonsault on the both of them, knocking them down. We go to break, we come back, both of them hitting cross bodies for a double down. Kaylani gets right back up, starts her comeback with some clotheslines, an elbow to face for a near fall. Then she hits the downward spiral, and actually hit it the right way. Kiana landed the right way, right, Madison Rain? Oh. That's still kind of embedded in my mind, the way she took that wrong. Well, it could have broke her neck, it could have paralyzed her for life. Because she thought it was a C4. How do you make that? I know you were trying to sell the move, but I think you kind of overdid it. But at least she's fine. At least she, she was able to leave under her own power, and could have been really serious. Why so serious? And we get that. Alright, so a downward spiral for a near fall for Kaylani, but then Izzy Dame once again gets in a cheap shot behind the referee's back, and then Kiana basically finishes her off with the deal breaker. 1, 2, 3. Kaylani James is your winner. Kiana James. Kaylani, Kiana, KJ. So, not KYJ, but that's KY Jelly, but anyway. But Kiana James gets the win thanks to her insurance policy. And that's pretty much it. I actually gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. We move on. Alright. Then we see a segment with Roxanne Perez, pissed about not getting the women's title shot last week because she came in a little bit late. I think she was in the shower and then she came out. She came out and then she saw that Lash Legend get shit done. Well, didn't get shit done, but she got her title shot against Lyra Valkyria. Should have won, but still. So Roxy saw Lash Legend, basically steal her spot. And Roxy's all pissy about it. Alright, so we get that. And she's pissed off about that. And then Shakara, Miss Jackson if you're nasty. Whew. She comes in, starts mocking her, and then they start fighting. We got a cat fight! And guess what that leads to? A match coming up in a little bit. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on with that. Alright, back to the Capitol Wrestling Center we go with match number 2 on your scorecard. I thought this was going to be Chase U taking on the OC, or Gals and Anderson, the Good Brothers, but I guess they went with the original thought. So, Gals and Anderson in their NXT debut match, take on the Job Squad of Idris Enofe and Malik Blade. Was a great debut, but, you know, you had to bring him in and, you know, make him look good. So why not give him a semi-squash match? Almost 5.5 minutes. It's also with Malik getting knocked into the corner. Goes right back with a drop kick to the machine gun. Carl Anderson. And then Idris Enofe comes in with a head scissors. And Booker T starts going on a rant, he starts rambling on a rant that Vic Joseph says he has no idea what Booker's going to say next. We don't know what you're going to say next half the time because you're talking in gibberish. What are you talking about? I'm telling you, Booker T smokes more weed in that NXT locker room than freaking Ben Frazier and Thea Hale combined. I would say a guy named Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel and Desmond Xavier. We don't remember that guy. Former North American champion and tag team champion. We don't know who he is. I can't think of his name right now because I don't care about him that much anymore. So he's probably going back to TNA to join up with his good buddies Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel with the Rascals. And that's pretty much it. We won't see him back in NXT ever again. He wants to be with his hot wife. And that's it. Alright. So, Booker T's going on another rant that for no apparent reason. Oh yeah! You know. So then, so Gallows comes in to choke Malik Blade down in the corner. We get a basic chin lock. And then Carl Anderson comes back in off a tag to reapply the chin lock. And Malik Blade fights to his feet. Somehow gets the hot tag to Idris Enofe. Picks up the pace a little bit. And then Malik dives into a spine buster by the machine gun Carl Anderson. Pretty much Idris Enofe gets thrown into the ring steps. So Malik Blade gets beat up. Spine Buster City by Carl Anderson. Then Gallows comes in to hit the Magic Killer. 1, 2, 3. Match was kind of meh. 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. After the match, then it gets a little interesting, y'all. We have Duke Hudson and Mr. Chase, Andre Chase of Chase U. They come down from the Chase U section, start arguing and say, hey, we get to beat you guys up first because you beat us up last week. And then A-Kid and Ben Frazier come out. It's like, hey, we got beat up too, but we can beat them. We should be the ones to fight them next. And then they start arguing. And then out of nowhere, the LWO come out of Legado 1.0. That's Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Waddle. They come out from behind, drop kick the OC down. And then there's a big, humongous brawl between those three teams. And then we see the NXT Tag Team Champions, the War Dogs, Baron Strowman Corbin, and Braun Breaker, looking on from the balcony, surveying the craziness. And one of those teams are going to face off with the War Dogs for the tag team belts. And that's pretty much it for that. I think next week we get the OC taking on Chase U. I could be wrong on that match, but it is what it is. Next week on NXT Roadblock. Alright, that's that. Alright, then we go into Ava Rain's office once again. She's on the phone with somebody. Don't know who. Probably, maybe her dad. Who knows? So, she's on the phone and then somebody knocks on her door. Come and knock on her door. We've been waiting for you. So she has to hang up the phone. And then, who should come in but the North American champion, Monty Brown 2.0, Wakanda Forever, Mr. Oba Femi. Woo! So he comes in, wants some competition. Because people say that they don't think they're going to be North American champion and he has to put them in their place. Alright, so Ava's like, alright, I'll try to get you some competition. And then Ilya Dragunov comes in. Then they have a pretty quick, epic fucking stare down. I'm like, ooh, I would love to see that. Oba versus Ilya for title match. Not going to unify it, obviously, but title for title, that works for me. As long as Oba wins the NXT world title. So they have a quick stare down, and pretty much Oba leaves after that. And then Dragunov says that I need to talk to her. So I'm like, get out! That's pretty much it. Alright, so I gave that 3 to 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then we get to our next match. We go back to the hot, vivacious ladies of NXT. And, we have Jakara, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, of Metaphor, along with her good friend and partner, per se. And that is Lash Legend. Alright, so she's at ringside as Jakara Jackson takes on Roxanne Perez, Roxy. And match was mid. 4-minute match. Lash offers a distraction early on to cut Roxy off. But Roxy ain't having that shit. Knocks Jakara down, sets up a springboard moonsault for a near fall. Goes for pop rocks and gets broken up. So Jakara Jackson ties up the legs, pulls on the arm at the same time. Ow! And then eventually that gets broken up. Roxy comes back, so slugging away at Jakara Jackson. And then puts her down. And I thought she was going to get up and hit pop rocks to get the win. But she sets up a crossface. And Jakara Jackson tapped out. What are you going to do? So 4-minute match, a little over 4 minutes. Match was kind of meh. So I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it for that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the back. Where we have Thea Hale of Chase U, along with more hotties and more booty. That's JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. Ugh. Ugh. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Because, 2 out of 3 of those chicks are hot. And Thea's not. But anyway. So, they're there. They're talking about Thea's date with Roddy Osborne last week, and Thea's disappointed with that because, it didn't go well because she didn't get any dick, And then JC wanted her to play, hard to get and everything. Guess that didn't work either because, Roddy didn't see who she really is. Yeah, that job. But anyway, so JC Jane tells her, talks about Fallon Henley, and she's like, you should just ignore her, she's a loser, like you are. And then Kiana James and Izzy Dane come in, congratulate them on the calendar, and they start, chuckling next to each other, talk about Fallon Henley, oh, she's a loser, and like, why would you be with a loser if you're a loser? And then they leave, and Thea's like, a loser? Seriously? Like, seriously? Yeah, seriously. What are you gonna do? Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright. Then we go to the back where Baron, Storm, and Corbin and Braun Breaker, they run into the Good Brothers, Gals and Anderson. They start bickering a bit. You know, who's the best team ever. And looks like they're gonna be a tag team title match in their future. We don't know when, but we'll see. Maybe a stand and deliver. But we shall see what happens with that. And I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Let me move on. Alright, then we go back inside the confines of the Capitol Wrestling Center. And we get to our next match. We go to the men this time. We have Dominic Dijak taking on the resident lawyer, Luca Crucifino, who we saw last week in Dijak's dungeon, where he had Mr. Joe Gacy all pretty much in an asylum. His own asylum, his own jail, or whatever it was. And then Luca's like, I'm gonna get him out of here because you're falsely imprisoning him. And then Dijak like, well, he disrespected my law. My authority. And then Luca's like, well, your law is not the right law. Or your way is not the way. Something like that. Alright, so we get to this match. This match kind of bored me just under 3.5 minutes. Did I say just under 3.5 minutes? 3.5 minutes! Yes, I did. Alright, so it's also with Luca striking away at Dijak to go to the outside. Luca knocks Dijak over the announcer's table. Then I hit Vic Joseph. Damn. They go back in. Dijak slugs away. But Luca comes back with a chop. But then Dijak comes back with a super kick. So, and then Luca, not to be outdone, strikes Dijak down again, hits some clotheslines, gets the momentum going back for him. And then Luca goes for a move, but then gets hit with a cyclone kick, which sets up Feast Your Eyes. 1, 2, 3, Dominic Dijak gets the win against Luca Crucifino. So he brought his own brand of justice to Mr. Lawyer Boy, Luca Crucifino. And the match kind of stunk, and they gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, we see Dijak celebrating, and then Joe Gacy comes out. We're like, how the hell did he get out of the asylum? And he comes out, he gets out of the straitjacket. Well, part of the straitjacket. They have a humongous brawl. Referees and security guards have to break it up. And then we see Luca Crucifino in the corner, and he has like a crowbar. And I'm like, Luca broke him out. He told Dijak, like, you're falsely imprisoning him. And Dijak's like, oh, you ain't gonna get him out. Well, he got out now. So, Gacy's out to run amok. And then we get that, and then we get a segment with Dijak's arguing with Ava Raine about what happened with Gacy. And then Gacy somehow commandeered the camera, and they start brawling. And that was that. And then later on, we find out that next week, they're going to put this to bed, hopefully. And they're not going to have any, at the pay-per-view, at Vengeance Day, they fought in a no disqualification match, which didn't go Gacy's way, but is what it is. But this time, they're going to do it again at Roadblock, but not in a no DQ match. We're going to keep the hardcore coming, and we're going to have a match that we haven't seen in pretty much almost 8 years. And that match is a steel cage match, brother. Oh, not just any ordinary cage match. They're bringing back the Asylum cage match. Yes. For those of you who don't know what that is a weapons cage match. Made famous by Mr. John Moxley and Chris Jericho. that match was crazy in itself. I think it was for the Intercontinental title at the time. But it's going to be a crazy match. It's going to have lots of weapons. Maybe some barbed wire. Who knows? But knowing Gacy and his warped mind and his time in CCW, we might see a lot more than just some barbed wire. Maybe some tacks. It's gonna be barbaric. I don't think we're not gonna get blood, obviously, because they gotta tone it down. But it's gonna be fucking brutal. That's pretty much it. So we got all that. That's that. Alright, so Gacy and Mr. Dominic Dijak in the confines of an Asylum cage match next week at Roadblock, and it's gonna be brutal. And that's it. Alright, well, that's going on. We go to back, we see La Familia with my legit cousin. Hey, Gus, wake up, get in here. Hey, here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. My legit fucking cousin. I am not lying. He's my real cousin. He's my legit cousin. Right, cuz? Yeah, how you doing? Hey, Paisan, I'm sorry to wake you. My cousin Tony D'Angelo, my friends, who gets you a nice big plate of chicken parmesan and pasta. You know how much you get for it? Well, I get for it $2. Because he's Italian like me. You get it for a good old-fashioned price, low price of $9.99. But anyway, Tony D, who's there with Stax, and Rizzo, Adriano Rizzo, they're there watching the TV, and Tony D tells Stax to get Luca Crucifino, because he's Italian, he's a lawyer, and he says, go get him! But not right now. Wonder what that's gonna lead to. And then, Tony D says basically, he's like, they were Stax was talking about the tag team belts. Tony D's like, nah, you know, I got bigger things to worry about than the tag team belts. So let me just go do my thing, and then you do your stuff. And that's it. Move on from there. Alright, after that, we go to the back with Noam Dar, the Heritage Cup champion, and Ora Menza. Noam is warming up for his title defense in the main event, but we don't know which member of Catchpoint 3.0 he's going to be facing. Would it be Drew Gulak, Charlie Dempsey, Mr. Rico's son, Damon Kemp, or even the resident water boy, that's Miles Bourne. But we'll find out about that in just a second. And that's that. Alright, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, we have a segment, a pretty interesting segment here, which actually, we saw looked like a return-ish, or return/debut. I'll get to that in a second. But we have the lassie from Ireland, Lila Valkyria, the NXT Women's Champion, comes out for a nice little kitty cat, looking hot as always. She wishes Shotzi a speedy recovery after Shotzi, tore her ACL. She's gonna be out for the rest of the year. That sucks. But Lyra promises Shotzi a title match if she's still the champion when she gets back. All right. So then she praises Lash Legend for stepping up to the plate in the open challenge. But now she wants her stalker Tatum Paxley to come out for a very special gift. I wonder what that gift might be. I don't know. I don't know why you would give creepy gifts to people that stalk you, but it's creepy. Anyway, so Tatum comes out. Nice fishnet stockings, by the way. Anyway, she comes out and says, I've proven my loyalty to you, by not getting involved last week. And then she's like, well, we should be friends. We should be, she didn't say partners, but we should work together again, blah, blah, blah. So Lyra's like, well, glad you mentioned that, because that's my surprise. She's like, I pulled some strings, I made some calls, and next week at Roadblock, we got a women's tag team title shot against the Kabuki Warriors. That's Asuka and Kairi. I don't like their chances. I think Tatum's gonna turn on Lyra, and then at Stand and Deliver, we're gonna get Lyra Valkyria defending against Tatum Paxley, and I think Lyra's gonna hold it past Stand and Deliver, and then who beats her? I have no fucking clue. I think it's gonna be Roxy eventually, probably in I would say between May and maybe at the by Battleground. I think probably at Battleground, because that's the next pay-per-view after Stand and Deliver, and on April the 6th in the morning, 11:30 in the morning. Sheesh. Then right after that, Memorial Day weekend, I believe it's on the 26th, May 26th, NXT Battleground, which I heard is the same weekend as another pay-per-view, which is Double or Nothing. I don't know if it's gonna be the same. God forbid it's the same day. They've done that before. And like, what do you watch? Me personally, I watch Double or Nothing, but over NXT, but it's just me. I watch AEW. If somebody's doing a watch along, like Issa's doing a watch along, we're watching both. But I'm watching freaking AEW, giving sometimes I'm in the chat, like, oh, Adam Cole baby won. Don't tell me. Then that's why you have two computers, and you have, like, you watch on your computer, you watch on your tablet, you watch it on your phone, whatever you watch it from. You gotta do two things at once. So, we got that. Anyway, so next week on the program, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi defending against Tatum Paxley and Lyra Valkyria. So we get that. And then out of nowhere, Ridge Holland comes out and basically pulls a Kanye West and is like, well, I'm going to let you finish, but I got something to say, so can you get out of my ring? That's not nice, Ridge. Come on. Show some respect for the ladies. Anyway, so reluctantly, Tatum and Lyra get out of the ring before some violence might happen. So Ridge talks about how he isn't a violent man most of the time. Lie. That's cap, my friend, from 2 weeks ago. But anyway, but I'm here now. So I'm not a violent man most of the time. So it looked like he was about to apologize for what he did to Gallus. So we got that. Then the lights go out. Sabu! No, Sabu didn't come out, but the lights go out. Somebody forgot to pay the light bill, I guess, at the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. So then we see those words come up from the vignettes we've been getting the last couple weeks with the three faces. I am the mirror of hope that we've seen. We didn't know who this was. We're thinking a lot of theories. We're like, oh, it's Tiencha coming back. It might be Okada. Now people were thinking it's Tama Tonga, who's now basically done with New Japan. He is coming to NXT to join up with Gallows and Anderson. Bullet Club. But even there's even more with Tama Tonga. A lot of people are now saying that he could join the Bloodline. Because he is Haku's son, even though Haku's from Tonga, two different countries, so I don't know how he would fit in the Bloodline. But people was, even me, was saying Tama Tonga can cost Cody Rhodes the match. It's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be him, but you never know. He can make his main roster debut after probably appearing at Stand and Deliver, not that morning, but Cody and Roman's night 2. So we'll see him. We see him Saturday for NXT. That Saturday morning, April the 6th, and then we could possibly see him help Roman retain the belt. If it's not going to be Dwayne helping him, or turning on him, or it's Seth Rollins doing the heinous act. Somebody is going to commit a heinous act, hopefully on Cody, and it could be Tama Tonga, it could be Seth Rollins, it could be Drew McIntyre, it could be the guy in the 15th row, who knows. But we got all that. Alright, so the lights go out, the vignettes show up, and then we see some guy come in, but we could barely make him out. He's wearing a hood, obviously to conceal his identity, and he knocks Ridge Holland out in the back with a wicked chair shot. I'm like, well, who could this be? So then the lights are still kind of out, except for the spotlight, and then this hooded figure takes off his hood, and who is it? It's Shawn Spears, the chairman of the board, formerly Ty Dillinger. So he's keeping his name, which is great. Not going back to the perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, but he came out and then takes off the hood, starts beating the fuck out of Ridge Holland after that. So, nice surprise, Shawn Michaels. They really kept that under lock and key. I didn't even think there was a shot that Shawn Spears would even come back to NXT after what basically WWE did to him. Pretty much stunk. I mean, he had that little, no, was it him? I think he had that little thing with Nakamura. Oh yeah, he had a match with Nakamura and all that. Doing this. Nakamura's getting pissed. So, but yeah, Shawn Spears is back in WWE, now part of the NXT brand once again. Got his name back. Well, not his name back, but he's gonna go by Shawn Spears. And this looks like it's gonna be pretty good shit. And hopefully this time WWE doesn't fuck him up like they did the first time when it was Ty Dillinger. But a great surprise. I mean, we all thought it was gonna be like Tiencha coming back, or maybe it was gonna be Okada. You know, I even thought it was Gacy at one point, or Uncle Howdy. But nope, they really swerved us, bro. And Shawn Spears returns to NXT. He lives in Florida. He has a school. With, I think, he has his own school, and Tyler Breeze has his own school. Has his own school in Orlando. So, be nice that he's gonna be down there in Florida, be with his hot fucking wife Cassie Lee, or it's Peyton Royce, and their baby. So, why not? You don't have to move around. You don't have to. He doesn't have to go to a lot of places, and he just basically stays home, and he can help the NXT talent. He is 43 years old, so gonna put over some talent eventually, but and then he can behind the scenes he can be a coach and everything, but it is what it is. So that popped a lot of people marked out for the chairman of the board, my friend, and that's Shawn Spears. Now, is there a chance that we can get Cassie Lee to come back? Can we get Peyton Royce? And in turn, can we get Billie Kay to come back? I know Billie Kay's pregnant with, I believe, her first or second baby. No, I know, one of them is pregnant again. I think Billie Kay is, pregnant. But in any case, can we see the return of the Iconics? I hope so. I hope so. I would love to see the Iconics come back and get back the women's tag team titles, whether it be off Asuka and Kairi, or whoever does hold them by the time they come back. You know, it'd be great to have them back on NXT or the Raw and SmackDown roster. They can just go at it with all those women on the roster. Maybe one of them gets... No, they're not going to get it, but one of them can get like at least a title shot. Not win it, obviously. Because would you rather see Peyton Royce beat Mommy Rhea Ripley or Io or Kairi or Asuka? Not singles action? No. Never, may or may not even happen. Unless there's chicanery. But we might see the return of the Iconics soon. Now that Shawn Spears is back in NXT. So I'll have to see what happens with that. So, big, major points for the surprise. And that entire segment I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Good man, Shawn Michaels. Good man. And that's it. Anyway. Alright, then we go outside to the dreaded parking lot. I'm like, oh great. We're going to have a fight somewhere. Somebody's going to get hurt. Because that parking lot is the scariest place in all of wrestling. So anyway, Femi is leaving the building, but he runs into Brooks Jensen, the wrestling virgin, who challenges Femi, I guess, to a North American title match. And Oba's like, oh, you really want to get your ass kicked? You really want to do this? Brooks like, yeah. Okay, got your match. So I think next week at Roadblock, we got a North American title defense from Femi against Brooks Jensen. Guess who wins that? If you say Brooks Jensen, I might have to come slap you. I'm like, why would you say Brooks Jensen's gonna win? It makes no fucking sense. And he would make a horrible freaking champion. Because he sucks. Like Wheeler Yuta, he sucks. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we have Kelly Kincaid. Looks like she's outside of Melo's locker room. And she has all the security guards there. She has most of the security guards there. And then she knocks on the door. Or, no, she gets like a cue from one of the security guards. Like, okay, you can go in now. So, the door opens. And then there's Melo sitting down like four of the other security guards. And Kelly goes in and basically asks, ask Carmelo, what's he gonna do about Ilya, and what Ava Raine said about, signing a contract for their match. Melo says, I'm not going to that ring, unless Mr. Dragunov has the contract for me. If I go out there with no contract, I'm like, why am I going out there? And he basically, warns and he just goes there and says, I'm going to go out there, and if Ilya doesn't have a contract, fuck him. I'm not doing a match. And that's it. Alright, so I get that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go back to the action. We got Lexis King, Mr. Brian Pillman Jr., taking on Von Wagner with Robbie E., Mr. Stone. Out with, his good buddy, Von Wagner. Match was kind of corny. Back and forth they went. They go to the outside. Robbie E. gets crushed on the outside. They go back in. Lexis King goes right back to that injured leg of Vaughn, cutting him down like a big old redwood tree. Then a running knee to the back of the head gives Lexis a near fall. And then Robbie E. comes in. Robbie E. offers a distraction. And then Von Wagner grabbed a fruit roll-up. 1, 2, 3. He gets the win. Cheap. 4-minute garbage fest. So I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Lexis King attacks both of them. And, he attacks Von Wagner after the match. And then Robbie E grabs Lexis King's hair and tries to beat him up. But in turn, Robbie E got the coronation. That finishing move from Lexis King. Knocked him out. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that. And like I said, the match I didn't really give two fucks about. And I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Then we get a video on Kairi and Asuka. That was great. We see Asuka's time when she first started in the WWE. She went from Kana to Asuka and just ran amok in NXT. Longest reigning NXT Women's Champion at 522 days. Undefeated streak for basically 2 years. And then she lost to that horseface bitch, Charlotte Flair. But, and then, pretty much after that, she lost a lot of momentum. She had some good times and some bad times winning the Pandemic Money in the Bank briefcase, and then basically having the title given to her, the Raw Women's Championship given to her, because Becky, was preggo with Rue, their baby girl, her and Seth Rollins. That was that, and then Kairi comes up to the main roster. They form the Kabuki Warriors. Paige is their manager temporarily. They win the tag team belts. I think two times. They were at the time I think their second reign, the longest women's tag team champions in history. Now they got them back for a third time, and they're gonna be facing Bayley. Give me a hug. And Dakota Kai non-title match this Friday night on SmackDown. See how that goes. And move on. But nice video, even showing Kairi's ascent in NXT. And then a little bit of the main roster, too. That was good. I liked the production of that. It was great. So we get all that. Alright. Continuing the theme with the ladies, we see Jada Parker mocking Lyra and Tatum Paxley in the back. But then Ariana Grace wants peace. And Lyra's there, and she points out that fighting is kind of what we do here. You wanted peace, but you brought this war. We took enough, we can take any more. Great. In this moment song, Kamenji from Blood, great song. Epic song. And my metal brother, Chris Holwood, sings on that song, too. Well, he sings the backup part during the bridge and everything. Not the bridge, the semi-chorus, if you will. Let me hear your war cry. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Alright, so we got that. That was kind of weird, and I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then, like I said, Gacy jumps Dijak as he was the cameraman. So, and then later on, we find out about the Asylum match. We'll move on from that. Alright, after that, we go to Gigi Dolan and Jada Parker. Jada came out with the rest of OTM. And that's it. Reggie was there. Bronco Nima and Lucius Price. They were there, then they went to the back. Match itself was kind of meh. Jada Parker pins Gigi after a running forearm to face after Ariana Grace came out and tried to help Gigi out a little bit. That backfired on her. And, so Jada Parker gets the win. In a match, I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright, after that, we go to a new vignette of they're showing an aerial shot of a beach. And on the beach, in the sand, it says, "See you soon." And then the NXT Roadblock logo appears. So, I can only think of one person that's coming back, and that's Sol Ruka, the resident surfer girl. I mean, who else could it be? Like, thinking of debut somebody. I was thinking, how about CV Turner coming back? But that make no sense to have her as a, not even a cheerleader. She comes back as like a volleyball coach or some shit like that. But it's so real good, it kind of fits because she's from, from the ocean and everything. Not from the ocean, but she's from the beach. It would fit because she's a surfer girl. She was a surfer girl. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening for the Heritage Cup. Noam Dar along with Ora Mensa at ringside take on who? Somebody from Catchpoint 3.0. Could be Charlie Dempsey, Drew Gulak, Milo Bourne, or Damon Kemp. So we get the normal introductions, and who should step up to the plate? It's Mr. Regal's son, Charlie Dempsey. And we have Jakari Jackson at ringside and Ora Mensa. Not that it mattered. Go to the first round, and Dempsey kind of surprised Noam Dar with a backslide pin and flipped forward with that. So he gets the win in almost 2 minutes. And then after the fall, Damon Kemp gets a cheap shot behind the referee's back. We get that. Round 2 was a stalemate, so it's still 1-0 Mr. Charlie Dempsey. If he wins the next fall and any of the next 3 rounds, he gets the win and the Heritage Cup. Pretty much round 3. Round 3 begins another stalemate. Even though Noam Dar knocked Mr. Regal's son out, but the bell rang. If he had like maybe 5 more seconds, he might have Noam Dar might have won the match by knockout, because that's how it could end too, and as disqualification. But it's best 2 out of 3 falls match. Best of 6 rounds. Well, 6 rounds, best of 2 out of 3 falls. Match ends in a knockout or a DQ. And we get that. Alright, so where was I? Round 3 ends in a draw. Then they start round 4, and Noam Dar sets up the Nova Roller. 1, 2, 3, 22 seconds into the round. And, well, not at that one, with 2 rounds left. Alright, so we get that. And then we start round 5. Dar hits a middle rope elbow to the back of the head for a near fall. And then, pretty much, Ora Mensa gets involved with Damon Kemp, Miles Bourne, and Drew Gulak. They get involved. Jakari Jackson couldn't do anything about it. So that causes a big-time distraction. Dar misses the corner dropkick, which allows Mr. Regal's son to grab a dragon suplex. 1, 2, 3, 52 seconds into the round, we have a new Heritage Cup champion. Shockingly, it's Charlie Dempsey, otherwise known as Mr. Regal's son. That makes Mr. Regal a happy man. And a lot of people saying, oh, it's about time Noam Dar finally lost that thing. Officially lost it, not having it get stolen and getting it back and shit. But he finally lost it after a long time. And now we have a new champ in Charlie Dempsey, where I believe he was actually in the Heritage Cup tournament, but came close, but didn't win it, obviously. And that's pretty much it. But main event was pretty damn good. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. That's it. Alright, then we hear from Sean Spears in the back, who says, I'm back to mess things up. That's not good. We'll see what happens with that. Then we find out what's coming up next week at Roadblock. We got Kyrie and Asuka defending against Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley for the women's tag team belts. Then we got an Asylum match between Gacy and Dijak. And that's it for now. But we might have more next week on the program for NXT Roadblock. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to the contract signing between Melo and Ilya Dragunov. Ilya's in the comes out to the ring. Ava Rain's in the ring to kind of MC and make sure things go smoothly, which they don't, because you know how WWE contract signings are. Somebody goes to a table. So anyway, Carmelo Hayes comes out with those 8 security guards to sign the contract with Ilya. Melo gets in the ring, sits down, apologizes for the security he has, but he can't have Dragunov getting hurt. Dragunov starts smirking like, yeah. You know. And then they look like they're about to sign a contract, but then we hear the music of my cousin Tony D'Angelo. He comes out, gets in the ring, says, I'm tired of hearing Melo wanting a title shot all the time. And he goes over to Ilya and says, hey, Paisan, I respect you, and I'm ready to earn my title match. So Dragunov's like, I'm interested. So Tony D's like, well, I'm a businessman. I like to do big business. Nice AEW rip-off line, but it is what it is. So, now, I'm a businessman. So how about I propose a number 1 contenders match between me and Melo next week, and the winner goes to stand and deliver against you, Ilya, for the NXT World Championship. Assuming, Ava makes it happen and Melo signs the contract. So Ava agrees to that, and then Carmelo gets up and he is kind of like freaked out. He's all pissy. Gets in Tony D's face. Then they kind of fight, and Melo pushes Tony backwards, and Tony elbowed Ilya right in the face, knocking him down. And then Melo picks up Tony D, spine buster through the table to end the show. After he signed the contract, then the show ends. And we get that. So next week at Roadblock, most likely in the main event, we got Melo versus Tony D. Winner goes to stand and deliver against Ilya Dragunov. I could see Trick Williams coming back and getting involved in this match, costing Melo the chance to have Ilya versus Melo 4. I guess that's not going to happen. Well, we'll see. But I think Tony D is going to get the win and face Ilya Dragunov at stand and deliver. It'll be nice for him to win, but I don't think he will, unless it's going to be a humongous swerve that he doesn't win. But, we'll see what happens with that. And then, in turn, Trick and Melo will start their feud of revenge. And I think at Stand and Deliver, we're going to get a street fight between those two guys. Excuse me. We get all that. Alright, so that ends segment. I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that ends another good night of wrestling on NXT. Pretty much it. Alright, guys. That is it for now. Thank you for watching video number 2 on your 2 for Tuesday. Right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel. So, my final rating for NXT, I gave it 7.5 out of 10 stars. I thought it was pretty damn good. And then, that's it. So next week, we have a little roadblock, pun intended, with the event happening next week. And then after that, we're pretty much 4 weeks away from Stand and Deliver. And we'll see what happens with that. And that, like I said, that event will start at 11 I believe it's 11:30 in the morning. So, before we get to WrestleMania festivities, because that's going to start at 6 o'clock with the pre-show, and then officially the WrestleMania Night 1 starts at 7, going probably all the way up to 11, maybe 12 o'clock, and they got the media scrum for Night 1, after that, and then you got the media scrum for Night 2, after Night 2, obviously. So, you can watch baseball in the day, and then If you want, you can watch baseball at night, Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. Or you can watch night 2 of WrestleMania, which I think may be the actually better night, but we'll see. You know, you get to see Roman and Cody beating the crap out of each other, and hopefully you see Roman leave Philadelphia with the title, going, you know, over 1,300 plus days on the road to 4+ years, breaking Hogan's record, and be number 3 in top championship reigns of all time in WWE. And next on the list is Mr. Bob Backlund in around 1,900 days, 2,000 days, we'll see. And then the Ultimate is Bruno, 2,803, which is an 8+ year reign. So, if Roman wins at Mania, he's going to be halfway there by the time the end of September comes, which will be his 4-year reign anniversary. So, pretty much if he can get there by September, he will be halfway to Bruno's record. Well, length record. It'll be 8 years. So we'll see what happens with all that, and we move on. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. 7.5 out of 10 stars for NXT. Leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe to my channels. Please check out my Raw review over on my Killer Demons channel. Link will be down below in the gobbledygook. And that's it. Alright. Alright, if you're on the West Coast, try to get some sleep. If you're on the East Coast, and you're still up, then go to sleep, asshole. So, I'm going to go to sleep right now. And, gotta get up in a few hours to go to work. And I got some errands to run. As always, guess I'm busy. So, got that. And that's pretty much it for that. So, I'll be back tomorrow right here on the channel after AEW Dynamite goes off the air. And we'll see what happens with that. Any other news of the day, I'll try to get it in if I can. If I can do it later in the day, because I'm going to be pretty busy in the afternoon. And we'll see what happens with that. If anything, I'll just do a separate video later when I get back, because I have some things to do in the afternoon. I won't be back till pretty much right around the time that Dynamite starts. So we got that, and then later on, I'll do the AEW Dynamite review, and that's it for Wednesday night. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your cook-out. If you're not down with that, well, that's just too goddamn bad, motherfuckers. Because me and a whole lot of people that are way better than you, and you fucking know it, if you're not down with all that, then we got 3 great words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. Get some sleep, everybody. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for AEW Dynamite as we close out the month of February. Well, we will close it out on Thursday with your Ring of Honor and TNA review. And then we start the month of March off with a pretty sizable bang. And we'll talk about SmackDown and Rampage. And then this Saturday, your Collision review. And then Sunday, Sunday afternoon, like sometime in the afternoon, I would do TSL number 24, my AEW Revolution predictions over on my Shadow Slayer 2.0 channel. Get you ready for Revolution. That's on Sunday night, and then after the pay-per-view goes off, after the pay-per-view, late Sunday night, over on this very channel, the Peter fucking Joseph channel, your AEW Revolution review. And that'll be it for the week. And then we start the first week of March, this coming Monday night, for Monday Night Raw. And that's it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, fuck you, man. And, that's it. Peace!